Having enough to eat, in some cases more than enough to eat, is something many of us take for granted, but a surprisingly large number of people living right here in West Alabama go without. Wahnee Sherman is here from UA's Community Service Center to tell us more. Wahnee, thank you so much for being with us today.
Sure.
Tell us a little bit about our hunger problem in our state.
Well, there's actually a surprising number of individuals in the state of Alabama who don't have enough food in their families. We have a large number of school children who go to school each day without a meal, and so they're facing that each day, and it inhibits their ability to to concentrate on their studies and things like that. So we're trying to educate people and help people know how they can help.
And you guys have a unique event that's going to be coming up very soon, where you can hopefully show people what it's like to be hungry. Tell us about that.
Well, tomorrow evening we're doing our annual hunger banquet, and it's actually based on world hunger statistics. And so what we do is we have students come in and they draw a card just at random, because none of us choose where we're born, and they will either be placed in a middle, a low, or a high income group. And a surprising number of people, based on world hunger statistics, are in the low income. About 50% of the world's population are actually in the low income group. And those people will receive very little food, and then the middle income group, for what we would imagine as Americans to be middle income, it's also a surprisingly small amount of food. And then the high income group, which is only about 15% of the participants, will receive a very, very nice meal. And so it allows students to really understand and experience, at least for that one small moment, what it really means, how wealth is distributed, and how hunger can affect people all across the world.
So everybody gets a little taste of what it's like.
That's right. They get to understand.
Tell us a little bit about the event. You mentioned students now. Is it open to the public at large, or how does that work?
Sure. We welcome anyone who would like to participate. We oftentimes have people from out in the community who will come out and participate with the Hunger Banquet as well. They have to sign up on our website, volunteer.ua.edu /HungerBee. But if you go to our main website, you'll be able to see it there. And so we encourage people to come out and be able to participate. We'll have faculty and staff and students primarily.
And you've done this event several times in the past. Do you find that people's perceptions change after they've been with y'all for the evening?
Yeah, I mean, I think it really allows them to, we can talk about it, but to actually come in and really students don't really understand what is going to happen when they get there until they arrive generally. And so they arrive and then they're told, well, you have to go and sit here and you have to go and sit here. And last year, two of the students came in together and then they were placed in different groups. And they said, well, this really isn't fair. I said, well, that's exactly what we're going to talk about. We'll also have a panel that will have folks from the West Alabama Food Bank and from Temporary Emergency Services there to talk about, so we'll talk about world hunger, but we're also going to talk about what that means in our community here in West Alabama. And so the students will also be able to learn about how they can help with the needs here in our community.
So it's more than an 85% chance of a lousy meal.
Yes, that's exactly right.
All right, Wahnee, thank you so much for being with us
today,
and best of luck tomorrow evening.
Thank you.
The Hunger Banquet is Wednesday, March 7th in the Heritage Room at the Ferguson Center. The banquet starts at 6 p.m. You can find out more online at volunteer.ua.edu.